What's up, taste buds? Welcome to the podcast that is pretty and petty.
Ooh,
Judith.
petty.
Do you like that one?
I do.
Finally, my
Can
God.
we have a t-shirt with that on it?
Yeah, pretty and petty.
Maybe just a little pin.
Okay, I had a different one. I'm going to save it for next time.
Okay.
You're going to hate it. You're going to absolutely hate it. So I'm glad you like that one.
Okay.
Let's start off with telling everyone all the things that you guys have to do. Please follow, like, subscribe, share this podcast link with a friend. It's so important for the algorithm. You guys know about our Substack. I had a Substack out a few days ago about my trip to Spain. So if Spain is on your agenda, that's really cool. I also wrote about a bunch of bars that have really good burgers.
Bars.
What else? I wrote about the churro conspiracy. On the Lower East Side. So if you it's fun stuff, it's stupid stuff.
If you're missing us in between podcasts, you can.
It's recommendations and it's more in real time. So you get to see where we're eating in real time, which I think is really cool because we're out a lot. So $5 you can support by doing that. And liking and subscribing.
Yeah.
And also, we've been at a standstill with reviews. So we're in season 5 and we haven't gotten any new reviews this season. So please just take 10 seconds and leave one on
Write a
Apple
sentence.
Podcasts or Spotify. Like, it would really help.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's easy.
Yeah. Speaking of Substacks and being petty. So Sarah Morrissey, friend of the pod and former guest, she just wrote a Substack about a theory. Now, it's not her theory. Okay, so obviously, the New York Times came out with the 100 best list, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And people were up in arms about Laveau d'Or not being on the list because it is, in fact, I think there's no argument here. Everybody would claim that it is one of the 100 best restaurants in the city. And people are just like, how could it not be? How was it left off the list? Wild Cherry isn't on the list. Frenchette isn't on the list. Okay, this is weird. So 1 year ago, a little backstory. Sarah Morrissey worked at Laveau d'Or. She was the beverage director and manager, and she wrote a piece about when Priya Krishna came in and reviewed the restaurant. And she wrote a piece that was a love letter to Laveau d'Or and to her fellow and former workers, because she didn't feel like Priya represented them well and they were treated fairly. And she voiced her opinion.
She was disappointed
She was very disappointed.
in the whole experience.
There's a whole theory that she put forth that isn't her theory, but this has been put forth to her, that the whole reason why the New York Times did not put Laveau d'Or on the list is because they now have a vendetta against Sarah Morrissey and that whole
But
group.
she doesn't work for them anymore.
I know, but what do you think? Do you think the New York Times would be that petty?
Okay, pretty and petty. Okay, here's devil's advocacy.
Sure, go for it.
How could the politics, how could the diplomacy of the whole restaurant universe not come into play? How could personal opinions not come into play when that's sort of, I mean,
I hear
especially-
you.
You know what I mean? Like, they're people with feelings.
Her feelings are valid. Priya's feelings are valid.
10,000 restaurants opening every day in New York City, and a lot of them are very good. And if you're going to leave one off of the list, why don't we leave the one off the list whose beverage director wrote kind of a shitty Substack about it?
Such a shitty bias, though, to be like, you are deserving of being on the list, but guess what? Somebody wrote some shit about us, so we're not putting it on there.
I can't imagine that it doesn't happen all the time. I don't imagine that personal bias and politics don't come into it. And for good or for bad,
You heard it here.
humans are humans, and journalists have feelings too. And I guess so does the gray lady.
And I will not tell you how.
Isn't that what we call the New York Times, the gray lady? Am I making that up?
I've never heard that.
Really?
I don't know.
All right,
we'll ask our guest. But yeah, so look, go subscribe to Sarah Morrissey's Substack because she really has a voice in this industry and it's so important. And she really writes some really cool
She's
shit.
undiluted.
Yes. So go subscribe and also read the follow-up that she just wrote 1 year later.
Yeah.
And see why we're talking.
Read the first Substack and then also
look at her beautiful way of being petty in the way she ends the second one.
Pretty petty.
Yeah,
She's
she's pretty and petty.
Yeah.
Sarah Morrissey, we love you. All right, let's bring on our guest,
Okay.
shall we? You guys, I have to take a deep breath today because just hearing this woman's voice kind of sent me into a tailspin. I'm not going to lie. She is a bad ass. If you have been a longtime watcher of the Food Network, then you will recognize her. She spent over 15 years as Senior Vice President of Marketing and Brand Strategy for Food Network and Cooking Channel. Viewers know her as the on-air personality and judge on the next Food Network star. Now she is founder of F&Co and Through Co, boutique strategy and marketing agency specializing in food and bev, hospitality. She is Susie Fogelson. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
I'm just going to take a big sip of this alcoholic beverage that's in front of me. Susie, you are originally from LA. Which place has the better restaurants, New York or LA?
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
Yeah, I could never get a table if I answer that.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This is a good point.
They're different, you know?
Yeah.
But both wonderful.
What a democratic answer.
Yeah. Diplomatic.
That's what I meant.
I know what
Sorry,
you meant.
I'm like shaking inside.
No.
I'm trying to get my shit
Deep
together.
breath.
All right, so I have to look at my notes because I'm all a Twitter. A Twitter, is that what they say?
Uh-huh.
All right, so you actually talk about how your love of food began through your father and just being younger, living in LA, and your Sunday rituals.
Right.
Tell us about that. That sounds so lovely.
Yes. And I just lost my dad a year ago, so it's even more special.
May his memory be a blessing.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's the funny thing is I worked at an agency before I went to, worked at an agency before I went to Food Network. And when I talk to people that worked at that agency with me, they say, oh my God, of course you went to Food Network. And I was like, why do you say that? They're like, because you would walk in and talk about what we were going to be doing for lunch while we were having breakfast, talk about what we were having for lunch and what you had for dinner last night and where you were going tonight.
Yeah.
So I said, I did? It's like,
Story of our
when
lives.
someone just
It's
knows
so
you.
inherent and it's so it's
My
such
love.
a part of your life.
So my grandmother was a great cook, and I spent every summer in New York from LA, but I spent every summer in New York, gave my dad a break. We were raised by my dad. So I fell in love with all of her, chicken soup and, all of the Jewish favorites, potato pancakes and whatnot.
Yeah, what were these Sunday rituals that your
But
dad
Sunday in LA with my dad, we would go to this great place called I Enjoy Bagels. It was literally I & Bagels.
Okay.
I enjoy. So imagine.
Okay.
Now that I think
Wordplay.
about it, it was probably Joy and her husband doing it. But anyway, and there'd be a long line. You couldn't sit in. It was just pick them up, and it smelled of bagels, and you could see them, roasting. It was the most delicious fresh bagel you could ever have. Then we'd zip over to Oak Tree Deli. And we'd get the schmears and we'd get the sliced tongue and we'd just get all the deli stuff. And we'd have these feasts and we'd pick up the New York Times. And because my dad was from New York.
I love that you're a child and you're eating tongue. I love that. Your dad exposed
My
you
dad
to
was
that.
really into offal. And we do the crossword puzzle and we'd eat. And
It was a New York day in LA.
That's
Yes.
so lovely.
Sitting around the table with the bagels and the crossword puzzle.
yes.
I love
and
it.
Dave. Yep. So at an early age, I think just food was memory and food was connection.
Yeah.
And I think we all know, anyone listening or here knows how powerful that sense is. And the bug bit me early. I don't think I realized it, but it seems obvious to people.
Because as
that
a
know me.
child, it's important. And then you go out into the world and you realize, oh, wait, it's not important to everybody.
Right.
It's not
Yes.
as evocative for everybody.
Yes.
It's not as foundational for everybody. Isn't that weird?
Right. Well, we used to say at food, some people live to eat, some people eat to live.
Yeah.
Right?
That's so sad. Those
Right?
people, they don't
eating
get
to
it.
live, just eating to live. I need
Right?
sustenance. When people
Yeah.
say that, I'm like, oh my God, I feel sick.
No, seriously.
You're not my kind of person. I'm sorry. So you ended up at Food Network for a very long time. You were working,
Yeah, right.
you were essentially working two jobs at the Food Network because you were the vice president of marketing.
Yeah.
And then they sort of pulled you and were like, hey, we have the show, next Food Network star. We want to bring you on as a judge.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
not really. It was actually much more casual and unorganized.
Yeah, okay.
Disorganized.
How did that happen?
It is so stupid. We had these conference rooms with the worst lighting. We were in Chelsea Market, which was super cool.
Yeah.
And they came by. They asked my boss. They asked me and a couple other executives. We're thinking about doing this show, and so we just need you to get on tape. And so they put me in one of these ugly conference rooms with the horrible lighting, and they said, "Watch this tape and just give some feedback. We're going to film you giving feedback."
They tricked you.
They did.
They tricked you.
I'm like, what? Okay. So I watched this guy. It was Hans. I remember him from season 1 or 2. Must have been 1. They had already gotten these tapes. So they knew that it was a game plan.
Uh-huh.
But, and I gave my 2 cents. I don't even remember what I said.
And they're like, oh, her opinions.
But my boss was also asked to do this. So you can imagine the awkwardness there. Luckily, my boss was rock star, Michael Smith. He didn't care. He was like, whatever's good for you, whatever's good for the network, go for it. But I guess, what I said in my assessment of that video was enough to get me the gig. And then,
And then like, oh, guess what? This is your job now too.
Yeah. They're like, so you're working 2 jobs.
Side hustle. Yeah. I think side hustle is a good way to explain.
Okay, I've heard you say that before. Were they paying you for both of these jobs? I hope that they were, if they're going to double your workload.
Nope.
Oh, cool.
No payment for doing Star.
What?
Okay. But a phenomenal wardrobe budget.
Oh, okay.
Where
all
I
right.
did.
That's an incentive.
I get
some of the clothes.
Equal work for equal pay, but clothes are cool too. I don't know.
but let's give you more work and not pay you for that. That's kind of a bummer.
Did they give you better lighting?
Yes.
Good point, Judith.
Yes, they gave me better lighting.
All right, you know what? I try to walk on the sunny side of the street sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
okay. Good lighting.
I think it was an awesome experience, and for me, I wasn't trying to do more television.
Right.
So for me,
were you having fun?
I loved it.
Yeah. How did you navigate that? Because on one side, you're an executive. You're doing all the PR and the marketing for the network and the cooking channel as well. And then on the other side, you're this on-camera personality. It's like, how do you navigate being 2 things? You have a real job to do, and not saying that being on camera isn't a real job, but it's a completely different job.
Right. You just sort of put your head down and shovel. At least that's the type of person I am. I feel like being famous was discouraged inside.
So they didn't push you out as a personality. You weren't doing brand. You weren't an ambassador for cookware or anything. They were like, this is just this.
Yeah, it wasn't encouraged.
Okay,
and it was important that I didn't encourage it either, because I worked with these talent.
Yeah,
whether it was Robert Irvine or Bobby Flay or Sonny Anderson or Ann Burrell, they all came on. Every episode, we would have different talent, and it gave me an opportunity to actually hang out with them and learn about what they were doing in their businesses and what they were working towards and how Food Network could fit into that. And so it really gave us great opportunities, I think, to work more deeply with the talent on priorities that they had beyond the show. And I think as a marketer, that was a huge
exist in a vacuum. It was organically sort of part of what was going on anyway.
I mean, you make the best of what you've got.
Yeah.
But look, let's be honest. You did become a personality because you are on camera and you are affecting these contestants' lives. You get to choose who ends up with a TV show, which brings me to my full circle moment.
Oh, girl. Wait for it.
So, okay. Back in 2017, I was under contract with Food Network for a year.
Okay.
Megan Lawrence found me. Did you work with Megan or know Megan Lawrence?
I know the name.
So they found me. I had auditioned for a different show. Didn't get that show. It wasn't correct.
What show?
I'm not sure. It was a chef, a private chef who they were doing a show for and focusing on her clientele in Atlanta. It had to do with I don't think the show went. It had to do with basketball stars that she was cooking for and hip hop artists, whatever.
Okay.
And so they were looking for someone to sort of be her sous, her second. And so they came back to me and they said, you're not right for it, but Megan wants to develop a show for you. And I was just like, wait, what is happening? Anyway, long story short, so I shot a pilot with Entertainment One and Food Network. And was under contract with them for a year of my life. Don't change your hair color. Don't change your tattoos. Don't do this. Don't do that. Change your email. Blah, blah, blah. You're going to be a star. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. We shot the pilot in Costa Rica. It was called Hungry for Paradise. So I own a hotel and restaurant in Panama. And so they liked that, and they wanted me to essentially help expats in other countries with their restaurants that they wanted. And so we had this crew. We went out to Costa Rica, and it was just wild. You know, it was like the most amazing experience of my life. And
shooting the pilot.
Well, before the pilot even happened, we had like a teaser that we did. There are all these little steps to getting to the pilot.
The pitch sizzle.
And then, yes. Yeah. And then they went back to Costa Rica with this 13-person crew and did reshoots. And I remember Megan saying, you know, we never do this unless we're certain the show's going to happen.
Huh.
And then I think it was 2018, and suddenly there was some sort of shakeup.
Uh-huh.
And yeah?
Uh-huh.
Is that when
I left in 2016.
Okay.
But I know people there.
Or maybe it was late 2017 because a bunch of people got fired.
Right. Discovery.
The network got bought or
acquisition.
Something?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. So Megan, I guess, was not with the network. And then whoever replaced her scrapped all of her projects.
Oh my gosh.
And suddenly everything we'd been working on for a year was just done.
That blows.
Yeah. And then the production company was trying to find a new home for it, but Food Network wouldn't release the rights or whatever. We took it to Vice. Anyway, so they were like, here's what you should do. Since this didn't happen, but Food Network loves you, you need to go on Next Food Network Star. And I was like, Susie Fogelson scares the shit out of me.
Oh my God, I would have loved you. Top 5.
Okay, I'm shaking as I say that, but honestly, I was like, oh my God, I think I could deal with Bob Tushman. I think I could deal with Bobby Flay. I don't know about Susie. You scared me. You were just tough. You knew what you were talking about. You were so straightforward with all the contestants. You knew exactly what needed to be done. And I think the truth is a scary thing, right? And now, full circle moment, you are sitting here with us 11 years later.
Yeah, walking from our apartments here, she was like, Judith, I don't know if I can do it. I'm so nervous. And I'm like, you never get nervous. What is she was like, my hands are shaking. And I was like, what are you talking about? Take a deep breath. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry that happened. I'm really sorry that happened. The ups and downs of that. I mean, you know, it's, I think one of life's hardest things is not having expectations met.
Yeah.
And managing that. And how one person can hold your fate that way is such a drag.
It was yeah.
That sucks.
And a disappointment.
I just wanted to meet Guy Fieri, really. I mean,
well, yeah.
Which I did end up meeting Guy under different contexts. But
I remember watching Guy's audition tape.
Yes, because Guy was on the Next Food Network Star.
Season
the
2
season.
winner. Yeah.
What were your
I remember
impressions?
watching it in that ugly conference room with the bad lighting and thinking, how the show is actually going to be pretending he hasn't already won. So
you knew right away that this spiky, bleached, blonde guy.
He was a cross between Mario and Emerald, and his audition tape was at a bar, and he's like, hello, you know? And I
he
just
had it here out of nowhere.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's what we would call lightning in a bottle.
Okay.
And Paula Deen was lightning in a bottle. And there's a lot of lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
But Guy was, you know. But I think the thing that's important to realize is that Food Network was a bit more, you know, foodie, shall I say. And Guy was, you know, doing jackass rolls, you know, which were sushi with pork. And I mean, he was really, you know, off the chain, as he would say it from a food perspective. From a food perspective.
He was being irreverent and doing ridiculous things.
And not fancy chefy food. And so that wasn't always well received internally, you know?
And yet you knew there was something for him.
He was a star.
Yeah.
And when I did a promo with him the first time, he read the lines a couple times, like read them, and then he did the promo and made it his own. And I'm like, I work with talent all the time, and normally they have to do that 100 times.
Yeah, this is like
he's
their
so
job.
Smart. He's, you know, I don't know how well read he is. I'm not sure how like intellectual Guy is. It doesn't matter because he is such a master of so many things.
Yeah.
He's so bright at reading people, I after he won, I went to Santa Rosa to hang out with him, and he was driving around. And this is just when he won. So it wasn't like he was on TV for years. And years. He just won. He was the fucking mayor already. Honk, honk, everybody, Guy.
I mean, you can see it. He just has that it factor, as they say.
He knows just enough about everything to be able to relate to anybody and make you feel really special. He's really gifted.
Speaking of making you feel special, I will tell my Guy story really quickly then, because this just kind of leads into it. So I was a server at this restaurant called Jelena in Los Angeles.
Oh my God, I love Jelena.
Yeah. I worked there for 4 years. Opened that restaurant
Abbott Kinney, right?
Yes, of course. And so Guy came in and he was having lunch with someone from the Food Network. I didn't know this. And we're talking and he looks at me and he goes, "What do you do?" Mm-hmm. And I said, I said, "Well, I'm taking care of you today, Guy. What do you mean?" And he goes, "No, what do you want to do?" And I looked at him and I said, "I want to be you." And he said, "Well, this is the guy you need to talk to." And so he's like, he's the
Lando?
food. Actually, that name sounds very familiar because I remembered checking it on the credit card and like making a mental note. And I did end up sending that guy an email. Nothing happened. But he looks at me and he said, "You know what? I believe you. I believe you have it. Mm-hmm. I believe you." And I was like, "Oh my God, Guy quit. Guy, I'm leaving." I threw my apron in a pile and I exited
out of here.
But yeah, that was super cool. He made me feel seen. I was just waiting on his table and we vibed and he got something from me and he felt the need to tell me. And I thought, that is so fucking lovely. Thank you, Guy.
Yeah.
And it means you're dating him. And it's a story that you're telling now. And like, what a special sort of person to just walk around making people feel that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one of the coolest things I think he's doing now, last few years, is elevating others, right? He's brought a lot of legends back, into the shows. But he's also brought a lot of young, fresh, new faces. Not just young, just new faces.
Yeah.
And he's really trying to, is an idea I had before I left Food Network, which is Talent Farm. Yeah. It's not the case always.
They pull up the ladder behind them.
Yeah. And he knows he's still the rock star. But he also brings in new faces and new voices because I think he deeply cares for Food Network, like deeply. And he wants Food Network to be successful. And so he will feed the pipeline.
Yeah.
And I think he's so loyal.
God bless Guy. Guy Fieri, you want to come on the show?
Fest.
Let's go, Guy. Let's go. Amazing. All right, let's pivot from Food Network a little bit because we could talk about it forever and ever. But let's talk about you now. I mean, you talk a lot about personal branding and helping brands find their food story. Mm-hmm. So in this whole new age of things that are sort of shifting in the social media realm, is there like one thing that you tell your clients or like, how do they even start? How do these people hone in on their food brand, whether they're individuals or restaurants or corporations? Is there like a one thing?
It's going to sound silly because it's a Food Network star thing, but it really is, what is your point of view? Mm-hmm. What is your unique point of view? And when I think about Food Story, what we created that for was just thinking about, and I hate to be like so clinical here, but like if you think about a Venn diagram, right? And you've got like what's happening, in the world. What are the social forces? Inflation, GLP-1s, like what's happening? Mm-hmm. And then
lettuce.
Diarrhea.
Yay.
Yum. Poor lettuce.
Really, it's not a good week for lettuce.
Everybody wants a Caesar salad more than anything.
My God, we can't have what we want.
and then you look at what's happening in food, and then you look at what your brand uniquely stands for, and that's sort of the nugget, which is the food story. So I think that if content isn't the second thing you make, you're fucked.
Okay.
No matter what your product or service is, if content isn't the second thing you make, bleep.
Interesting.
Okay. So what you do, and then content
and promoting it and marketing it. I mean, there's some incredible stories of people literally spending $0 and creating incredible marketing campaigns for themselves. We hear it over and over and over again. But I think,
but they have to know where they live in that Venn diagram.
They have to know their
they gotta
personal.
know what problem am I solving?
Yeah.
And what's my brand promise? You know, like, and a
Ooh,
brand
promise.
Well, a brand is a promise.
Yeah.
It means I'm going to show up in this way and deliver this consistently, no matter where you find me. That's a brand. That's what a brand
You're
does.
making a promise.
Right? It's
We're
like
gonna
this
make
show.
your teeth brailer. We're gonna
Yes.
get your hair pretty. We're gonna whatever it is that brands promise you, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you stop doing that, you lose brand fans, I guess.
Yeah, you lose your audience.
Yes.
So I guess my next question was the biggest steps that a small business can take to sort of help them survive. But I think you kind of answered that with the whole content thing. Is there anything that you see brands aren't doing that they should be doing? They're like, if you guys would just be doing this, you could be helping yourself.
I mean, that's a broad question.
It's
I think.
broad. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But if maybe if we talk about restaurants, because I know that's your lane.
Yeah.
And you guys probably are going to far more restaurants than I am. But I feel like there's some real challenges, obviously, with restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
I read a stat the other day. There's 42% of restaurants have a broke even in 2025.
I read that same stat.
Why the fuck do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is anyone going into this business?
My heart, it's a show every night.
Mm-hmm.
Every night it's a show. And it's a family. And I can imagine these chefs thinking about the family. Even if you're breaking even, you're still sustaining people's livelihoods and with the hope that it will get better. But I think there's some really cool stuff happening in restaurants, experiential stuff happening in restaurants. We all know live events and experiences are where it's at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anti-AI, IRL, et cetera. And one thing that comes to mind is this really exciting restaurant, Theodora.
In Brooklyn.
Right. I
Yes.
can't get a table. I've tried.
Oh, it's been on my list. We've
Right.
talked about going. It's a pretty hard reservation.
It is. Mike
Yeah.
Simon just talked about it too. So I'm like, thanks, Mike. Now we'll never
Make
get
it
in.
even harder.
But they did something very cool at Governor's Island, which was Theodora Beach Club.
Oh yeah, they have that whole area over there with the yurts and stuff.
And they took the restaurant
Mhm.
and live fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
How very Francis Melman of them. That's cool.
so clever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think collabs are really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an interesting idea. I thought about this the other day. Have you guys ever been to like one of those mini malls or whatever that has like a Dunkin' Donuts and like a Baskin Robbins? They're like one.
Oh, you mean like Penn Station?
But I mean, like those, they're not a lot of restaurants, but I remember being so surprised to see them sharing this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin. 'cause
Like the
that's both
Taco Bell
sweet.
Pizza Hut hybrid or
Yes.
something. There's those
I think
things.
that's the idea. Share a kitchen, cut
Mhm.
costs, bring cuisines together.
Well, I
Like-
think a lot of restaurants are kind of doing that. A restaurant that I used to work at, Cabin, shout out ladies, female owned. They are a bar and restaurant at night, and they pivoted to doing a coffee program and having sort of a pastry and coffee situation during the day, or places like Salt's Cure, that just run a day program and then somebody comes in at night. And I think, yes, the rent share situation of that, you don't want to be all things to all people. If like breakfast is your thing, finding a way to share your costs.
Yeah, just
can
share
really
resources.
be
Because
how
the
to survive.
margins, right?
Yeah.
The margins are so crazy. But I also think how restaurants are responding to GLP-1 is really important.
We talked about that with Max Tucci,
Okay.
who is in the Delmonico's family. So his family goes way, way back.
Oh, yeah.
And how Tucci is doing an Ozempic
What-
menu, which feeds into
Ozempic menu.
Yeah, because the food waste problem that we all know is huge. And I've
Right.
heard you talk about that.
Right.
But, people want to still enjoy going out while you're on a GLP-1, but you don't want to feel bad about leaving food
Yeah,
on the
so
table.
many times I'm like, please tell the chef that everything is so delicious. I wish that I could fit. It's so good. We're having such a great time.
Really?
Please don't take this the wrong way. Can you box this up? It's so
Judith
like
has a lot of guilt.
I have a lot of guilt about leaving food on the
because they look and say, what was wrong
what
with it?
was there something? I was like, no, it's so good. And
Yeah.
I
think they get it now.
I hope so. I mean, I've told them enough times. They should
And you
probably-
take it home. I mean, That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love take home.
I love take home too.
I have no shame in take home.
Leftovers are my life. If there's something in the fridge, I'm like, I don't have to cook
Breakfast.
for myself. This is fantastic.
I know,
I
right?
love it. I adore it. Well, yeah, that's a really good point that these are things that restaurants can be doing to help because everything is so difficult right now for small biz.
Right.
All right, let's pivot to another topic. I see this a lot on your website. Crisis management. Tell us, we're going to go back to Food Network for just a second. Have you ever dealt with any crazy Food Network scandals and had to manage any crisis? Crises?
Crises.
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 Plural of crisis. Crises.
Tell us.
Crises.
Give us the goods.
The first real crisis that I dealt with was when I walked in the door and there was an ad campaign that had been done for the Naked Chef. Remember Jamie
Oliver, yes.
who's doing amazing stuff. And this was not mine to own, but I ended up owning it because I just slid in as this director of marketing.
Uh-huh.
And we had used a more provocative ad campaign strategy, meaning like 2 melons and saying the Naked Chef, a banana,
Okay.
the Naked Chef.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my boss had run with it. The CEO, the company was from Knoxville, Tennessee. Pretty conservative.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this was just like pornography.
Fruit
And I
pornography.
remember being like, oh, fuck, I didn't even do this. What do I have to do now? So that was my first crisis. But a real one was Paula Deen.
Oh,
You know?
right. What happened? She had a racial slur or something?
She had done that. And that was kind of, tucked under the rug a little bit. But the real issue was that she was promoting a stick of butter or 2, but yet she had type 2 diabetes and she was taking medication for type 2
right.
diabetes. And so there was a real conflict of interest there.
Right.
How can you
Walking
be
the walk
promoting
and
this
talking
when
the
it's
talk.
actually made you sick?
Yeah.
Right. And so that was pretty ugly. But, crisis-wise, other than that, I can't think of anything that really,
You never had to like save anyone? I heard about someone on Food Network Star whose show never got made because some things were unearthed about them after the fact. And it was like, oops.
Who?
I think it was like the last one. He was like a cowboy or something. He was a cowboy, Judith.
Oh no.
She just likes cowboys.
That's
No, I don't know. I just think that's a really weird point that every photo I found of him, he was wearing a cowboy hat and
I don't
cowboy
know.
boots.
Could be, though. It sounds familiar, but I can't recall.
They like, yeah, okay. Anyway, I don't even remember that guy's name, but they like dug up all these videos of him sitting on the toilet making content, talking shit about, I don't
It's surprising that there's not
that
more.
could work.
I mean, it's surprising that there's not more of that. It could
They're
be
chefs.
a POV,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, there's enough crisis now with some of the chefs that have been on Food Network, as we know.
Right.
But
But you don't have to deal with that.
I don't know. Well, I'm not there anymore.
Right.
I've been there for 10
Not
years.
your job.
But,
Not your job, not your problem.
I don't know. They were rock and roll,
Mhm.
as the chef world often is and has been and continues to be. But they were, super serious about their Food Network life. And so kind of like what happened in the restaurant happened in the restaurant, and what happened on Food Network happened on Food Network. There wasn't as much, there wasn't as much social media when I
Yeah.
first started. There wasn't an opportunity to really kind of
Show your ass.
and get in trouble. I mean, they were raging and partying and,
I
There
mean,
just
we're
wasn't
so
a window
lucky
into it. Yeah.
that when we were, in college and in our 20s and
Oh,
even
dear
in our
God.
30s, that there isn't evidence of all the crazy stuff we were running around. Thank God.
Bless.
Right?
Thank
Really,
God.
No
truly.
cameras.
I
bad
worry for
the
my
kids.
nieces.
I feel bad for them.
That's what I
Everything
said.
they do is
Yeah.
public.
That's what I say. Young kids don't dance because they'll be
It'll
videoed
be all, I
and
mean,
humiliated.
Lord, did we dance?
I know. Take me away.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so you were basically there for like the peak era of personalities becoming something on a network. And now it's fragmented across so many platforms. So much has changed in the last 5 to 10 years alone, from TV format to now, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Is the TV show, or specifically Food Network, is it dead? What are your thoughts?
The TV show, as it is on Food Network, today, like just linear show, I think less successful, less impactful. It's always been about the 360, right? It's never been about the one asset. It's always been about the 360. But I just feel like Food Network was a little later to the digital game. And they admitted that, how to monetize digital is something everybody's trying to still figure out. So I feel like the I don't want to say, unkind things, but I do feel like the linear Food Network has just become more residual. The more they do in the digital space, the more they partner with HBO Max and, share that platform, the more sort of juice and new awareness they can get. But I think people kind of know what Food Network is, know what they're getting, and many go and love it. And some just, that's not for them.
But do you feel like platforms like Instagram and TikTok are now or could be as valid as that once was for up and coming talent or for even restaurants and small business?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a wild shift, right?
It's
in
very
such a short
democratizing, though.
time.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like they say, the food truck is like the democratization of the restaurant. I think that social, and content and the ability to just poof, I have my own platform. Here's my own show.
Yeah.
Watch me if you like me. It's a completely different sort of equation.
Right.
So what is Food Network's value now?
So,
Lala,
on
what is it?
like I said to you before this, I used to religiously watch Food Network. I haven't watched it in years. But then that's my question to you. For people who want to make an impact or, I guess we did kind of cover this. Y'all should be making content. Susie Fogelson said it. That's what everybody should be doing, right?
If you want to tell your story and you think you have something unique to say, then just tell it.
Everybody has a platform at this point.
But Netflix is very sexy. There are platforms that are very sexy. The streaming platforms to be on. Max is very sexy. So I feel like there's opportunity. I think linear is just not Food Network alone. Just linear in general is like, I remember when I was at, we split off. We were sort of Scripps Networks, right? Scripps was a newspaper company. And then the cable networks came in.
Right.
And then we split off from the newspapers because they were so stodgy and, newspapers were dying. And we were like the new cool kids in cable. And now it's like the cable is like the stodgy, the linear.
Yeah, cable is now kind of antiquated.
Right.
But I definitely think that you were part of this like golden era of the food TV.
You absolutely were.
Totally.
Where it was like there were some real tent poles of the genre.
The genre.
And everybody knew what they were and everyone was talking about them on the bus or at the water cooler. And now it's just sort of like there's so much going on.
Right.
There's so much to pay attention to.
And day parts. And, prime time was our strength.
Yeah.
There's no prime time anymore.
There's
Yeah.
not.
You watch it when you fucking want to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a different metric.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be silly and play a game with us?
Okay.
Let's stop talking
I think
metrics
so.
and all of that.
I know. I'm
You can
sorry.
in the
guys.
middle. You
No,
can,
I don't want to be.
You can say
marketing
no.
speak.
You can,
Oh my God. No, that was the time for that. We had that and now we're shifting.
Now we're
into
taking shots
this.
and we're doing
now.
fire.
Yes. And if this brand was sponsoring us, I would tell you who it was. It is delicious.
It is delicious.
We are
good.
drinking something so epic right now. I wish we could tell you about it.
And it's just a spirit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
just
What do you
spirit.
think it is?
It's amazing.
We really like it.
All right, Judith, you want to tell Susie the name of this game?
All right, it's green light or goodbye.
Okay.
So you're going to green light or goodbye these ideas.
Or there's a middle ground. You could give some notes.
Whose ideas are these?
Ours.
Okay.
They're
are
very
ideas.
stupid.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna pitch it, and you're gonna let us know what you think.
Okay.
You're,
Right.
you're gonna give us three options: green light, needs notes,
Oh.
goodbye,
Okay.
or
Boom,
straight to
Boom.
hell.
Boom.
All
Straight
right.
to hell.
Straight
Okay,
to
I
hell.
like that.
Love Island, but everyone's a line cook.
Would you green light that?
That seems very stressful. So no.
Okay.
So straight to hell.
Okay, straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
Bye, Love Island line cooks. All right, the bear, but from the perspective of the health inspectors.
That's probably funny.
I mean, it would.
Yeah.
It's a new. There hasn't been one.
There has.
Right.
I would watch that angle.
What did I hear the other day? Something was closed for health violations. That was like shocking.
Kiki's?
Oh,
Or
but
Sema?
Also, Sema got a B grade, and people are like up in arms about it.
Yeah. But I remember seeing, anyway. So yes, I think that's got the restaurant impossible
And I don't
vibe.
think we've seen the health inspector's point of view, really.
Okay, so needs notes or green light?
Needs notes.
Okay.
Okay, all right. The Real Housewives of the James Beard Awards.
Stupid.
James Beard, interesting.
Are we green lighting this? Are we sending it straight to hell, or does it need notes?
I think The Real Housewives is a great franchise. So it's just kind of out there, cool, smart, kind of raunchy personalities.
Sure.
I
And their
think James
husbands are
Beard
chefs.
could use a little fluff.
Oh,
so-
yeah.
this is a good point.
Yeah.
So we're
Maybe
green
they
lighting
need some
this.
fire.
I like it. Green light it.
Let's green light it.
Let's see what happens.
Okay. Let's get some funding.
All right. A dating show where people blindly choose each other based on the contents of their refrigerator.
Woo! Touchdown.
Green light.
I love it.
Except I would never get a date ever again in my
'Cause
life.
you
I'm
like-
married, but
Anchovies, what?
I've got
Oh.
like ketchup and a bunch of hot sauces and a water pitcher.
And Gibson onions.
And Gibson onions.
A
And-
huge jar.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
sexy, Jesus.
And my compost. I keep it in the freezer.
Oh,
Yeah. Real
Okay.
sexy
Let that thaw.
refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
In
All right.
August.
This is my favorite, but I mean, you can send it straight to hell.
Okay.
America's Next Top Dishwasher.
Can you imagine the challenges that we could do on this?
I
Like
mean, the dishwasher
speed
makes the
dishwashing?
kitchen run.
Seriously.
If you don't have the right dishwasher,
you're fucked.
No, I'm a fan of that. I don't know how interesting that is. Maybe that's a piece of short form.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Like a just a
Short form series.
Yeah.
So needs
Like
notes.
a day in the life.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, I know these are silly. But
Yes.
There's a nugget. There's a kernel.
Nuggets in there.
Also, if anybody steals these ideas and makes these shows,
Yeah.
We're suing you.
credits.
we will sue
We're
the
suing you.
pants off of you.
Uh-huh. Intellectual property.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Well,
or-
so the question at the bottom is, what is the craziest pitch you've heard? Have you heard silly ass pitches like this?
yeah. Who's pitched you something where you're like, what?
What in the who?
Well, to be honest, when I was at food, it was encouraged to really be in my lane, which was marketing. So I didn't do a lot of show development.
But you're watching all of these contestants on Food Network Star pitch their shows.
Yes.
You're like, that's not going to fly.
The baby talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was always interesting. I don't think I've heard. I don't think I was typically pitched things, to be honest. The Food Network stars, like
That
just
wasn't
looked
your
at me.
third job?
Yeah.
You had your two jobs and that was...
I'm actually producing stuff now and an EP on some projects, but it wasn't what I did at Food Network. It
Yeah.
just everybody had a lane. Just being straight. Let's not say any more. And I did marketing, so I didn't really hear crazy ideas.
Until today.
But yeah.
We just gave you so many
I'm
ideas.
still ruminating the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Hmm.
America's next top dishwasher.
Depends on what the dishwasher looks like, okay?
Oh, they
what
have
the
to be
dishwasher's
sexy.
wet.
I
Yeah.
think we could cast
So it's
it
like-
with a bunch of Love Island.
So it's also like a wet dish. A wet t-shirt contest
Oh my
in the
God.
dishwashing
Uh-huh.
station. Yeah,
Yeah.
They have a fight.
That's
with
hot.
that. Okay. All right. See, we're spitballing.
I love
we're working
this.
on
We're
it.
in the room. We're
Needs work.
we're making ideas. It needs notes. We're coming up with content, people.
If you were on Food Network Star, Lala, what
Yeah.
would your signature dish be?
It's so crazy to ask me that now because I feel like I'm so spread across all of my jobs.
What's her signature dish?
So I've got two in my head. One would be like a crudo. Or
I'm very seafood focused.
seafood,
Okay.
like a
I grew up in Maryland.
but I'm thinking, so there are two seafood things. So either like a bright citrusy sort of crudo-y, lovely thing like that, or your crab dip.
Oh,
Ooh.
which is a take on my grandmother's crab dip, but I've sort of zhuzhed it up.
But it's
with
way
like,
different from like the beautiful fresh this thing, and this is like a hearty like.
yeah, I had
tub of-
vermouth and miso, and like I do things my grandmother didn't do.
But it's hearty. It's
Yeah,
like a
It's seafood.
Thanks, Jude.
yeah.
But seafood's your jam.
Yeah, I mean, I think my jam is taking just simple, beautiful, fresh ingredients, not doing too much to them. I love grilling, and you don't have to do 10 steps to make a dish work.
Uh-huh. Yeah, crudo
You know?
is so simple.
Mhm.
It's just like technique.
Let the ingredients speak for themselves.
Okay.
I think people get too caught up in foams and sauces and this and that. And it's like,
Tweezery of
yo,
the
like
tweezers.
we don't, exactly. We don't need to be tweezering everything.
Uh-huh.
Like let the ingredients shine. And if you can just grill things simply, like I think that sometimes it's just the best, especially with just vegetables,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The show could be the lobster feasts in the backyard.
I do that. I do these like East Coast summer.
Crab, lobster, just
I call them
paper.
shellfish celebrations.
Shellfish celebration.
Celebrate.
Yeah, and just like the paper, and you get some bibs.
You put
and,
the paper down. I give everyone a
mallet.
bib.
You do this?
Yeah, I do this. Yeah, so I have a what is it? A mailing list, and yeah, I put like 25 people in my yard and a long ass table.
Okay.
And
I need to be on that.
it's,
Yeah.
it's communal.
It's messy.
It's messy. We're eating with our hands. We're sucking butter off our fingers.
Yum.
and- yeah, a lot of Old Bay, a lot of butter. It's really fun.
It reminds me when Guy was about to win or won Food Network Star. I don't mean to go back to Guy, but it just makes me think crab. He sent us, Bobby, Bob, and me, this Joe's stone
Oh
crab
yeah.
fucking feast in the
Wait,
conference room.
before
with
he
God,
won, did this like tilt it in his favor? I can't remember. He's like, "Hey guys."
I can't remember actually. I think you won. He didn't need to butter us up, okay? It was just again.
But what a lovely. I mean, he obviously loved
He
it.
loves food.
He loved it. He wanted you to have this thing, this
Yeah.
experience, this
Right.
feeling.
During this moment in time when it was really seasonal and special. And he
Yeah.
knew that. And I just love that. Anyway,
Man, he knew. He
Love
knew, He
seafood.
knew the way to win.
Yeah.
all right.
That's so
Lala.
cool.
Well, it's a date.
Lala's shellfish celebration.
Shellfish celebration.
What your mouth does when you say celebration.
Celebration.
It's like,
It's
I
so
don't even
fun.
know you.
Right? All right, here before we get into some games or some more segments and games,
Okay.
because we only have like 15 minutes left.
Okay.
As a woman in this business, I heard you. This is a quote from you, and this resonated a lot with me. Somebody asked you, about success, and you said you're too hard on yourself to think you've ever arrived.
Yes.
And Judith and I talk about this all the time.
Yes.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that's just because we're women, or do you think that's just because we're overachievers? I mean,
I think
because I look at you, babe, you have more, like, you're a legend. Don't blush. Like, get out of here. Come on.
in the hall with
We're all
us.
drunk, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Like, come on.
I don't see it that way. I've never arrived. I do. I've thought about this because I actually talked about this today. I'm Jewish. My family is Jewish. I think there's something to just being hard on yourself when you're Jewish. I'm not a religious person. I'm more spiritual, but I was raised by people that are. So
It's
I do
a
think there's-
cultural thing.
I also think
you're
it's
never
a
there.
female
You're never
thing.
safe.
And
You're
you're
never
never- and
okay.
you-
Keep grinding.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you-
None of this. Oh yeah,
No,
baby.
men always think they've arrived. And
Yeah,
we're
do you
like,
think it's
no,
a
we
woman
have
thing?
to. Yeah, I
You do?
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. We're always trying to keep going to exceed expectations and be the best we can and prove ourselves. Which
Have you heard the joke about the first Jewish U.S. president and his mother at an inauguration? His mother's in the audience, and she leans over and she goes, "That's my son. He could have been a doctor."
There you go.
Yeah. I do think there's something to just sort of, never I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a lot of praise, a lot of congrats, I know. I
Yeah.
know. So for me, it's about what can I give to others to help inspire and bring them up. But I never thought about it from a female perspective, Lala.
Really?
I think about it from the Jewish perspective because I know what I was raised with. It was always, yes, but.
Right.
But anyway, I think about that every now and again. What would be the gain in saying, wow, Suze,
I am the shit.
fuck yeah.
I
you're
have
just amazing.
arrived.
I have arrived.
Well, I think there's a difference
my
between
car.
saying I'm amazing. There's a happy medium between saying I'm so incredible and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm useless. I don't belong here. Which is sort of an internal.
Right. That I don't say that. I mean, I could.
Right.
But I don't typically say that. I just think it's always driving, always striving,
Yeah.
never there.
Yeah.
Agreed. That's sort of my mentality too.
It is?
Yeah. Yeah, you got.
Where do you get it? Where have you gotten it from?
I don't know. I think it's just a constant need to push myself and always be the best that I can. And I'm just, I don't know. A work ethic? My parents?
Okay.
Maybe? I think about it all the time. I'm not sure, but if it comes down to the work ethic that my parents gave me, then that's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm just never satisfied. So maybe that's it too.
Never satisfied. And
I will
and
never
you get bored.
I will never think I've arrived. It's
Right.
always like I have to do better. I have to one up my own self.
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
As
right.
long as it doesn't create, negativity and bad vibes and low self-esteem. There's nothing wrong with continuing to drive, I think.
There's a sweet spot in there, I think.
Uh-huh. Oh, what's that?
Let me turn it on first.
Okay. Oh, yeah. you usually ask your guests to do that.
Do it.
No, I can't.
What?
Oh, my God. I hope they don't ask me to do this. I don't even know what that is.
This announces. There you go. She
Okay.
did it. So I don't fuck with that, Susie.
Yes.
Judith, you want to go first? What are you not fucking with this week?
Yeah, Judith.
Tell us. You want me to go first?
Okay, I will say I was very embarrassed recently.
Oh.
It's been quite a week. My apartment flooded. I've been ordering in food a lot. And there's one place in our neighborhood that has pretty good delivery sushi. You know what I mean? And I ordered from there. I'm like, all right, this is good. This is pretty good. It's my thing. And I went out and I was getting it from the delivery man, and one of my neighbors was like, oh, sushi. And I'm like, yeah, actually, this place is very good compared to all of the delivery places in the neighborhood. You should give it a shot. I actually really do enjoy the sushi from here. And I brought it inside, and I was like, oh, wait, this is terrible.
Oh, no. Was it just
After you recommended it to the neighborhood.
Yes. Was it? Do you think it was just an off day?
Maybe the rice. I think they had done something different with the rice, and the fish wasn't. And I was like,
So you don't fuck with inconsistency.
I have to go throw myself in front of traffic now because I just recommended this to my neighbor.
And you're a food personality.
I don't even know what she's talking about.
Oh my God.
About food.
Yeah,
That person's going to be like, actually.
Hi, please, sushi place on First Avenue. Don't make me look bad in front of my neighbor. Damn it.
How dare the
that's the thing
audacity.
that we wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh my God, I can't believe I recommended that place to her.
It comes with
I can
the
never show my
territory.
face again.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, I'll tell you which place it was.
Do you want to go next? What are you not fucking with, Susie?
You don't fuck with regards to restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple. And okay, no preamble. It's not necessary.
No. Just,
Only women do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Only women feel the need.
I'm sorry, but let me give you my opinion.
Yeah.
Or
I'm sorry, I
Just
have an
tell
opinion.
us. Speak it.
So one thing I think is I don't know how to solve this. Okay, so I'll just say that. But one thing I can't stand is when you get to a restaurant, you sit down, and they tell you what they're out of or don't have.
Uh-huh.
Now I understand,
Right.
They
Yes.
won't want you to pick it and say, "I'm sorry, we're out of that." But there's just something that's like the whole table just goes. Ugh.
Yeah.
Even if it
We
wasn't
don't have the soft shell crab or the
Right.
pea soup. And it's like, okay,
So then the disappointment that
just the energy.
because it's
Yeah,
always
it
like
does bring the
I was
energy.
gonna order that.
But even if you weren't going to order it, it is sort of
like a
starting
downer.
starting the night on a negative.
and like you
and I
said, you don't have a solution, but it is a downer.
Just
And
like the energy, everyone's like, okay,
Let's
now
start.
I won't get that.
Let's start on something. All right.
I feel that.
Okay.
I feel that.
Okay.
Or our specials tonight, and you just say those, and you don't have. Oh, we don't have that tonight, but we have this. Like it's just
Because
just
it is
delivering
annoying
those
when you order something and they're like, "Oh, I forgot we're out of that."
yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking
because
sucks.
That's
ordering so exciting.
No, it's so exciting. You're like, "I've picked the best
yeah,
items,"
can't wait.
and they're like, "No, we don't have it."
So that's one of mine. You go.
Mine is this is so stupid, you guys, but vertical sandwiches. Like it's rude. It's just rude.
You can't.
What am I supposed to do? Unhinge my jaw? It's inconsiderate. Give me a horizontal sandwich,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
instead of-
Well,
Panini.
okay.
This is where we're at now after 5 seasons.
Right. We
are
got to come up with
really-
stuff. We're digging.
just-
Wow.
But
Yeah, you guys have to think of this all the time.
Let's pivot to
Okay.
a new segment.
Okay.
I don't have any way to announce it.
We'll come up with something.
But it's called restaurant green flags, Judith.
Mm-hmm. I
What
like
do you
it.
got?
I got it. Well, I thought we were going to kind of... you tell me yours.
Okay,
and
so
then-
my green flag, this happened to me recently. I was with my friend Colin. Shout out Colin, fellow State Club member and pod guest.
We love you, Colin.
We were at La Bee, and I was taking a very long time to drink my martini because I knew it was going to be my one of the evening. And I'm halfway through it, and the bartender takes it. And I was like, oh no, I'm not done. But the bartender switched it out to a very chilled glass. And I thought, how lovely.
And we were at
And
a
thoughtful.
speakeasy in Porto?
In Lisbon.
In Lisbon.
Yes.
And when we got up to go to the bathroom, the bartender put our drinks in the freezer.
Oh,
So that when we came back
my
from the
God.
bathroom,
That would make me come back.
Right?
Just
How thoughtful and
How
lovely
thoughtful.
are both of those things?
like because there's not, you get to the end of your martini and like, well, it was
It's-
really good. It's
it's
kind of warm
warm.
now. Like I wish it was a little bit cold. Like so, fix
Especially
it.
because it was my decision to drink it so slowly. So I just think those two,
and it's easy.
it's so easy. And
I
just,
like it.
Do you have any green flags that's have
Well, let's
happened?
hear
to you?
Judith.
Well, no,
You're-
when she
you're
mentioned
doubling up
that-
on that
Yeah,
one?
I'm doubling up on that because
Yeah.
that experience of put my drink in the freezer.
Yeah, no
was-
one's ever done that for us ever before.
I will say I was thinking about it. I do
and that speakeasy was called Red Frog Speakeasy or Monkey Mash. We went
Monkey
to both
Mash.
and Monkey Mash. So shout out.
I
to
like
them.
it when and this happened to us when we did State Club a couple State Clubs ago, where the server came to the table and was like was like, oh, the air is blowing really, let me take care of that, and like walked away to take care of it. Just fixed it without realizing there was a problem. And we all kind of were like, oh, this air, but we weren't going to say anything. No one was going to say anything about the
Right.
air blowing so
Oh,
about it
my
being
grandfather
so
would've,
cold.
yeah.
Right? We were just going to sit there and be cold. And the server was just like, no, I'm going to fix it. I'll be right back. And they fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Just
weren't sitting there
responsive and
freezing.
thoughtful.
Yeah, just responsive and thoughtful. But
I see a problem, I'm fixing the problem.
but many times that's not a, you're sitting at no one's doing the perimenopausal woman any help with it's really hot.
I'm going to control the vents for your hot flashes.
Right?
That'd be
Thank
the
you,
restaurant.
God. I will go to your restaurant again and again. Any green flags
I
from
can't
you?
think of one specifically, but I guess what I'd say, it's kind of in concert with what you're saying, is something Ina Garten said that I just love, which is long after people forget what they ate, they will never forget how they felt.
Yes.
And so what you guys are talking about is not food.
No.
You're mentioning the martini, but the drink, it's the thoughtfulness.
It's the thoughtfulness.
and that
It's
is
how your guests feel.
indelible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just, it creates a relationship and a sense of care.
And no matter what drink I have going forward, I want someone to put it in a cold glass.
Now your standards, Judith.
Right now, I'm like,
mean,
they didn't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
This is down 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I have this thermometer in my bag that I bring out for such purposes.
My
Where
God.
were you? What were you thinking?
I went to the bathroom. I came back.
My drink's still here. That would be great.
That's a high standard. That's really nice.
All right, we're going to pivot to a quick round and end this. We have to wrap
Okay.
it up. All right.
Wrap it up.
So this is something that we don't typically do, but I think with you, it's like really fun because you're so on the cusp of trends and what's happening. And so I'm going to give you a few trends from 2017 versus today. Okay. Quick round. No thinking.
What am I
Just-
supposed to do, though?
Just go. Just say which one. Okay.
say which
say
one
if
is
it's-
2017?
Well, I'll tell you. So here we go.
Okay, let's try it. I'll-
Avocado toast was peak culture in 2017, or now tin fish boards and conservas.
And are we picking which one I like better?
Yep. Which one? Which trend rules?
I love tin fish.
Unicorn everything
Ooh.
or high protein everything?
High protein is better for you. Unicorn is
Unicorn
sugar.
is not good for you.
Activated charcoal or functional ingredients? Mushrooms, adaptogens, protein, etc.
The latter.
Okay. Rosé all day or non-alcoholic cocktails and low ABV drinking?
Mm-hmm. The former.
Rosé all day?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I mean, functional as in THC.
Right?
Okay,
Then maybe
yeah,
that.
Yeah. And the rosé has to be really cold.
Absolutely. Poke bowls, which were a huge thing in 2017.
Right. I
Or
still make
hand
them.
rolls, omakase, and premium grab and go sushi.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anything sushi, anything hand roll, anything, yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Remember the mason jar meals versus just beautiful takeout. Do we have a soft
I still
spot
see
for the
the
mason jar?
Yeah.
meals.
Wait, don't you do the mason jars? Isn't there like
I like the cakes.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, so 2017
Yeah.
wins,
I can't get out of it.
right?
Yeah, no, I mean it's
I'm throwing back.
It's neat.
Here's a few more for you that are not
Do you think of these? Do you guys partner on this, or do you think of these?
She does most of the work. Really, I just show up and make dumb jokes.
What's your go-to drink?
Alcoholic or non?
Alcoholic.
It used to be wine, and now I'm vodka soda.
Restaurant that you haven't been that you really want to go to?
Theodora.
Hello, Theodora. Hello.
Restaurant in your neighborhood that you're obsessed with?
Oh, Mex Salvador.
Oh.
Pupusas.
Oh, yum.
You guys had pupusas?
Oh, yeah. And
How are they so thin and filled?
dude,
I don't know.
I ate those in LA all the time.
There's
Amazing.
a great place in my neighborhood.
Okay.
Pupusas. And they have birria. They have a bunch of different kinds. The bean and the cheese is the best.
Love that.
Mhm.
What's your hype song, Susie? Like, what gets you going?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now is not a good one. Music is my religion. I'm old school. Like
Yeah.
I'll do Pearl Jam. I'll do, Florence and the Machine. I'll do The Roots. I'll do AC/DC.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thunderstruck has been what I've been into
Thunderstruck.
lately.
That's a good hype song. What's your last meal on earth?
Chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa. And the best thing you have put in your mouth recently? Give that place a
Probably
shout
the
out.
pupusa.
From
Yeah.
where?
Mexico, Salvador.
Wow. Okay.
I have a good friend who's Salvadorian, and I just recently moved to Sunset Park, and as we're driving by with my freaking furniture, he's like, "Oh, he's Salvadorian." He's like, "Oh, that's fantastic. There, get the pupusas."
Oh.
And I was like, "Okay," but we're moving, and so I didn't think about it. And I was like, "The pupusas,"
Okay.
and I went and ordered them 3 months ago, and I just haven't stopped.
Sunset Park. Great Mexican
Mex
food.
Salvador.
Really
it.
good,
Okay.
great neighborhood,
Fantastic.
earnest, honest, beautiful neighborhood. I really dig it. I was in Park Slope for 20 years.
Mhm.
I love Park Slope too, but it can be pretentious
Yeah.
and white.
Yeah.
And I just really like the vibes in Sunset Park a lot.
Hell yes. I can't believe that we have killed an hour that quickly.
have.
We could keep
Killed it.
going and keep going. Thank you so much for being here. Do you want to tell anyone any socials or anything or any ways they can find you? Or are you like, don't contact me? I do not want to hear your pitch. I am not going to make you famous.
I love working with talent, and my jam is finding ways to monetize your brand in traditional and non-traditional ways. So I love projects. I'm open to projects, and my passion really is food and beverage. So Susie Fogelson on Instagram or LinkedIn. Not hard to find me.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. If only I would have had that info 11 years ago.
We're here now.
I know, we're here now.
We're brands for this show. That's what I'm thinking.
We are Put It In My Mouth pod across all social platforms. Please follow, like, subscribe, leave us a review, share with your friend, all the things.
Review.
You guys, it would mean the world to us, and it's really
Please.
good for this
$5
algorithm.
Substack. Do
Yeah,
it.
Judith, I love you.
$5.
I love you.
Susie, you are a fucking legend.
What fun. Thank you so much for
You guys are
coming.
amazing.
all the way
Please
from
come back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And we'll do you want to do State Club? Do you want to be on the list for our State Club?
my
Yes.
Do you
God,
want to
we
come to the
always have to have
seafood
the
thing,
shellfish
Lala.
showdown?
Shellfish. Now it's a showdown.
Yes, I've decided.
It was a celebration, and now it's a
Celebration.
showdown.
It's a
I
showdown.
don't think I can say that ever again. I just don't. My mouth. I don't like what my mouth does when I say
Okay, shellfish showdown.
We're going to keep drinking.
Showdown.
You guys go forth. Put it in your mouth. Until next time. Bye. Thank you.
Shellfish showdown.
Shellfish showdown.
Shellfish celebration.
Shellfish celebration.
Think about what your mouth does.
Yeah, it's
Celebration.
What that mouth do?
What is, I like it. What, I like it. I like it.
Put It In My Mouth podcast is recorded in New York City at WTF Studios and hosted by Lala Zimsky and Judith Basich. It's produced by myself, Lala Zimsky, and entirely self-funded. So if you would like to support or sponsor an episode, please reach out to putitinmymouthpod@gmail.com. We would love to take your money. You can also support us on all socials across the board at putitinmymouthpod. Our intro and outro segments were created by Tyler Milliron. Our theme music was composed by Javier Dunn. Our editor is Saeem Asif. Please leave a review. It means the world to us and helps us get seen. Thanks for listening.